on, guys? So, without any further ado, I will go ahead and start. I'm going to go ahead and take me off as I'm a distraction, kind of move myself down there. So, good afternoon, everybody. I work with Julie and Tawny with Create Your Cruise. As they curate these amazing vacation experiences on Royal Caribbean, I couldn't be more happy to work with these two. It's been 8 years now. It's been amazing, and it keeps going. And I love. So, without any further ado, let's get into it, guys. Automatically, we're going to go right into Hero. Hero of the Seas is coming out next year. It will be in Miami, and that's a little clue for something that's going to happen for the state of Texas that's coming up here. Now, Hero, guys, I could spend multiple webinars on talking about everything Hero. However, I do want to point out a couple unique features that are going to be on Hero that are not on Legend, Star, or Icon. Number one, those three Icon class ships have 7 pools on 5 different decks. Hero is going to have 9 pools. Yes, I said 9 pools.
Let's
As you can
go.
see here, the Hideaway is our adults only section, 18 and up. Love it. This is where you will find my wife and me most of the time. We've got the sunset deck you can see up there with the great bar, the great view. We've got the infinite pool right there at the edge, but we're adding in, as you can see just above there, a swim up pool bar. So that is new. And I'll show you where the other new one is too. But you can see here another view on the right-hand side. We're really excited about this. We knew that when we built the original Icon, that some of the things in the future were just going to have to be bigger. More room, more pools, more places for you guys to find a relaxing spot to enjoy this class of ship. The other
I
one
love
is
the tables you build into the pools.
I I know I
Genius.
it's so cute, all the different decor. When you get on there too, you can't see it here on the right. There's some unique, like on some of the ships, it's women diving. Looks like they're diving into Central Park. There's guys on surfboards. There's some really cute little architecture going on here. Okay, this is another new pool, guys. This is the Coconut Cove. Right above that is Cloud 17. So there's another pool above that. You can see people up there swimming. But then this Coconut Cove pool is available too. Right now, that's a big space just filled with chairs on those other 3 ships I was telling you about. So again, 9 pools on 5 different decks. Guys, if you cannot find a pool, something is wrong. There's also a bunch of whirlpools too, so don't worry. Is everybody sitting down? Yes, this is one of our suites. This is the ultimate family treehouse. I know. It is absolutely insane. Believe it or not, this is pretty much sold out for the first year. It
It is.
holds up to 12 guests. It is ginormous. It has everything in it. You really don't have to leave. It does come with a royal genie that literally, if you want rose petals at your feet when you're walking in, they will put rose petals at your feet. It includes everything. Um, Front row seating, priority boarding. You're going to get all of the specialty dining you want, access to everything, internet, deluxe beverage packages, and it should, because
You
if you're
could
in
call this the all access suite too. Like you really can. It's the one way to open
a
up every single opportunity on the ship to yourself is to have these ultimate family suites across
in
the icon. But this one, how unique.
and I'm glad you mentioned that because in the very end here, I'm going to offer something to everybody too that if you're not in a suite, you can still get some of these amenities as well. Hot tub there. I think I got another picture. Here's kind of the inside of it. It's got its own game room. There's multiple different bedrooms. Again, it sleeps up to 12 people. I see multiple families sharing this, almost like a timeshare. It
We
really
have a
is.
lot of multi-generational families that like to share this. So I have a few, obviously not this one yet because it hasn't come out yet, but I have a few guests who have taken everyone through 4 generations and taken this suite. And like they never want, the kids never want to leave the room and they love it so much.
Yeah,
It's
it's
wild.
amazing.
And I like the colors on this one.
I can see ever like a Tarzan theme here for some reason, but
Yeah.
it's incredible. Now, if this is a little too big for you guys, don't worry. We still have a royal loft suite for you. This is more Julie style. I feel like I could see Julie and Tony in this room. This also comes with the Royal Genie service. This is typically the largest suite we have on the ship. However, these new Icon class are demanding more, so that's why we have the ultimate treehouse suite as well. So don't fear, we've got plenty of suite options. Hero of the Seas will be coming out next summer. It will be taking the place of Icon. It will also be taking over those same itineraries. So the 7 nights Eastern and Western, all going, excuse me, to Perfect Day. Um, and I want to bring up something in the future here too about perfect day sailings on our short Caribbean destinations. But they have some great rates. I remember when we did our first webinar on Icon, and it was about a year before the ship even came out. And at the end of the webinar, we posted the pricing, and I immediately called Julie and Tawny, and I booked my family. They had rates lower than what I could even get directly through Royal. So, guys, you're working with a great agency here. Legend of the Seas is the next ship, guys. This one's coming out this year. This is already out. It is
Hmm.
currently doing the Western Med. I'm sure you guys have some folks on here. Maybe you even have some transatlantic folks that are going to be sailing back
Yes.
from Rome. And she'll be coming over to Fort Lauderdale in November. So, right around the corner, guys. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it is already almost mid to end of August here. It's doing some unique itineraries. And I remember Odyssey of the Seas did these as well. The 6 night is a Western Caribbean, and the 8 night is a Southern Caribbean. So it's getting down into the ABCs, which is really
The
unique
best.
for us because a lot of times you have to fly into Puerto Rico to get on that Southern Caribbean sailing. Oftentimes, we have folks that will stay, do a back to back and get 14 nights doing two different complete itineraries, the Western and the Southern. I kind of want to go back here, backwards, and really what makes these ships so unique, these Icon class ships, is that they're built in neighborhoods. Yes, there's 7,200 people on board at one time, but guys, I'm telling you, it never feels that way. It might on day one
Yes.
because everybody's in awe at looking at everything. But for the most part, these 8 neighborhoods really segment our entire guests. They organically find their place. I want to point out Surfside neighborhood. It's right above the N where that neighborhood is. That is primarily for families. It is a unique location, a lot of toddlers in this area. There's activities, there's specialty dining, its own bars, there's mocktails. It has its own marketplace. Families never have to leave this area.
That's where they have the specialty lemonades. If anybody's looking for those
Uh,
on board, because I know I've seen them all over social media, you'll find those at the Surfside, kind of over out towards the corner where the Aqua Theater used to be. So if you're looking for those, you'll find them there.
Yeah, I think it's the Lemon Post is where those can be
Yes.
found at the Lemon Post bar. And guys, it's really cute. We have mocktails as well for everyone. Mocktails are becoming really popular in Royal Caribbean.
Hmm.
Something unique too about our Icon class ships, every bar has a signature drink. So that's really cool too. Thrill Island is where you'll find our water park, the sports court, the flow rider, the putt-putt golf, all complimentary experiences while on board. The Hideaway, as I mentioned, is our adults only section of the ship. We have the Aquadome, which is right in the front. What's so unique about that too is that if you're familiar with our Oasis class ships, it's in the aft of the ship. And oftentimes during inclement weather, we have to stop the show or rough seas. Well, under the dome here, the show will always go on. We have stabilizers that really help us navigate the ship, and these shows are absolutely magnificent. The suites neighborhood, we're finally stepping our suite game up, and we have a truly dedicated neighborhood for suite guests. You have whirlpools, pool, bars, your own sun decks. There is your own buffet out there as well, and it's strictly for our star and sky class suite guests in the suites neighborhood. The Royal Promenade is like nothing you've ever seen. You can't really tell by that picture, but that purple thing there, and that's just the way it's imaged, it's called the Pearl. It is the world's largest kinetic piece of art. And there will be four of them once Hero comes out. This is the third. Those tiles in there actually move. They change colors, and each ship is completely different. Hero
There's a
should
sound
have,
experience to it
yeah,
as well.
I'm sorry, say that again.
there's a sound experience to it as well. Like it really kind of activates all of your senses and not in a terrible way. Like when you're under there, it's not overwhelming, but you'll
It's-
walk under it and all of a sudden you'll be listening to a sound that you maybe didn't even know was playing and it'll start moving. I think when you're done with this, let's talk about the technology on the ship as well, because we have a couple comments about this also.
Yeah, guys, it's fantastic. What's also very unique about our promenade is that it's two stories. So now there's a continuous flow from deck five, deck six, throughout the whole entire promenade. There's some specialty dining restaurants. You'll find the Royal Railway is on here as well. The dueling pianos, and then of course the favorites, boleros, schooner bar. It's magnificent. I always tell people when they first walk on, it's like the Sistine Chapel. You walk on and you're just in awe. You're looking up all over the place.
True.
When I do my ship tours, I have to tell people, guys, let's keep it moving. We got to keep going here. You can take pictures, unlike the Sistine Chapel, but it is magnificent. And then, guys, Central Park is back. This is a much larger Central Park than what we have on our Oasis class ships. Just there's about 1,000 more plants. So imagine the space that is required for that many more plants. This is also an area that primarily has our specialty dining and the supper club, which is a very unique experience on these Icon class ships. Some
Absolutely.
accommodations that I just absolutely love.
Hold it. Before
This,
you move
yeah.
forward, go back a slide
Okay.
and let's just take a
Yep.
couple minutes because people seem to be
Okay.
engaging about this. But I want to talk really quickly about all the technology
Okay.
advancements that you guys put on the Icon class ship in particular. And now you're kind of backtracking into the other ships as well to bring those features in. So we have Mike on here who is talking about the chat with guest services feature, which is fantastic. You're really eliminating that line, that, kind of pressure point of people going, if you need to talk to someone about guest services really quick and you get stuck in a long line or it's at the end of boarding day, you have those chat features. So the app is pulling people in, and then you have the onboard technology. So again, you talked about the stabilizers, you talked about the Aquadome Theater. That's a whole sensory experience. Honestly, if you kind of have issues with light and movement, maybe don't go in the Aquadome during the show. Have somebody scope it out for you first because it's like nothing you've ever experienced on a ship. It's a full immersive experience. You feel the music, you see the performers, you see all of the interesting like robots and things like that. So you guys bring in all this technology, even down to the elevator experience. A lot of people mention it to us that the elevator experience is fantastic on these ships because gone are the days of like waiting forever for this elevator to come. It's completely centralized within the technology that the elevators only go to certain floors. So it's crowd control. So for being a ship with 7,000 plus passengers, plus crew, plus, you can have up to 10,000 people on these ships at one time sailing on a voyage with you. You just really don't feel it. And now you're going to have 9 pools. So every ship becomes more advanced, becomes just a little bit better. You guys tweak all of these amazing things you've already done. So if you are into the technology of cruising, like Julie's daughter, for instance, is an engineering major, and she's very into building roller coasters and designing theme parks and designing things like this. She was completely in awe on these ships of the enhancements that you've made even from previous classes.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. Just a fun fact here, the water park at Thrill Island, the pumps, the energy that is used to generate for those pumps is actually the garbage that we're burning on the ship.
Amazing.
We're repurposing everything on the ship. And it's magnificent. I love how they're doing that. The desalination plant that we have on the ship. There's so many unique features that people don't even know about. The LNG, the different types of fuels we're using. There's a system where we produce bubbles on the bottom of the hull to produce less friction for the ships to sail. So we're really also introducing these new technologies for energy savings purposes too. So there's a lot going on, behind the scenes, in the scenes, and everything else
Yeah.
too.
The
Thank
things you
you.
don't even think
Stephanie.
of. That's
Appreciate
amazing.
those comments. Those are wonderful. Now, some great accommodations on this ship. I'm not going to go over all of them, but a couple that I want to point out. The family ocean view balcony sleeps six. So you basically walk in the cabin on the right or the left. You're going to find these bunk beds that you see on the right side there. They each have their own TVs, their own charging stations. In between there are two bathrooms, and then you'll come over to the balcony side, which is on the left here. And it could be vice versa, depending on the side of the ship. But the two bathrooms are spectacular, great for families to share to get ready. There's a chalkboard where families can write notes where they're going to be. Again, this sleeps up to six guests. And it also is a family infinite ocean view balcony. So if you like the traditional ocean views, we have those as well, or the infinite on these Icon class ships. And these are primarily in that Surfside neighborhood that I was telling you about. Now, Julie can attest to this one, the Surfside Family Suite. Guys, these are gorgeous suites. They are located in Surfside neighborhood. But I do want to point out, and this is something that Tony and Julie are so good about, when they qualify you and they're asking you what type of cabin you want, and you're looking for a suite, I would recommend that this Surfside Family Suite, if you have tall children, Julie, what would you think? Maybe over 5'6", 5'8"? I mean, because you have a very tall son-in-law that could not
It's
fit
a
in
nice
that
little
little.
area, though. I have to
Yeah, it
say
is
that even
adorable.
though we have older children who didn't
Yeah.
really want to sleep in that tiny little bedroom, it was a super fun, I'm going to call it a TV room for us because we watched a couple football games in there. So we enjoyed the extra space. But if you have younger children, it's really perfect. It's a split bathroom, so that's super nice. You have the sink and shower on one side and sink and toilet on the other side, so you could be in two different bathrooms. And for kids, it's got a TV in there. If they can look down into the surf side, so for younger kids, it's perfect.
It is absolutely perfect. And Julie, thank you. And you're the first person that pointed this out to me when you went on the test sailing for us. So that thank you very much. Now I'm able to guide others on how to purpose this room. The other is the junior suite. These are gorgeous. The suites, the way we have our beds facing out, looking out into the ocean for that sunset view. You can't really tell here, but behind the bed, if you look at the very top of the screen, there's like a lattice work, it's woodwork that goes all the way down behind the bed and it creates this wall. And in between there is like a vanity. So someone can be getting ready in there. And then behind them is the actual bathroom. It is gorgeous. I love these junior suites. And there are some that do provide access into Coastal Kitchen and they're a specific class. So make sure you're working with Create Your Cruise to figure out what those are. Now, I mentioned to earlier because Tawny brought this up that oftentimes multi-generational families, maybe grandpa and grandma are taking the kids and the grandkids, and they're in a suite. Maybe they're in a star or sky class suite, and the rest of the family might be in balconies. Well, now we are able to invite non-suite guests into Coastal Kitchen. And Coastal Kitchen, guys, is it's one of my favorite specialty dining restaurants. It is exclusive to Star and Sky class suite guests. However, if you're in Star class, you can have up to four guests join you per meal. Sky class is up to two. And guys, that pricing over there, a dinner for $25 per person. I can't even go to McDonald's right now and spend $25 for my
So true.
for my meal. That is incredible. And it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And guys, the Coastal Kitchen on the Icon class, it's 2 stories tall and it faces out into the Aquadome. So you literally could watch one of our shows while you're having dinner. It is gorgeous. These are magnificent restaurants. The menu changes every day. I love the specialty dining restaurant, and I love that we're making it available for guests that are in Star Class and Sky Class to invite their family and friends. So
And
it's
just so you know, that's not limited to icon class. This is kind of a new
oh
policy and it does vary. So there's times I did this for some my clients who were in the family suite because they had 12 people. So they ended up having two people that were staying in a balcony and they were able to utilize this program and get them in. And this was on the Utopia. So they had full access for everybody. It kind of takes care of that like mixed situation where you maybe have a suite maxed out, but you still have a couple other people. So you can use this across the board, but it will limit on availability. So if there's every suite guest, which doesn't happen that often, is dining in Coastal Kitchen that night, for instance, they might say we're at capacity or something like that. But I haven't had anyone have to do that yet. So that's good news.
yeah, and Tony, thank you. I'm in such icon class mode right now.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
But
We're bouncing all over because we're all
I
new.
know, I know. She is correct though, guys. And so think about this, on our smaller class ships, these features, it's going to be less capacity. So she is correct in saying that there is limits, but I've yet to hear of any. as
Yeah,
far
me
as
either.
guests not being able to get in. Our team is really, we work well with everybody and make sure that we accommodate everybody as well. So, some returning favorites on Legend of the Seas, I'll kind of fly through this. The ones that are starred there, I'll kind of highlight those. So, the carousel is going to be all ducks. As you know, we love those little rubber duckies. We've enhanced the mini golf, we've enhanced the playscape for the kiddos. The Aquadome Marketplace, the Royal Railroad, and Hollywood Supper Club have all new features. The Royal Railway is new on Legend. It's only on Utopia right now, and it's the Wild Wild West theme. I'm going to talk about that here in a second. And then, of course, all the bars and nightlife and the shows that we have going on as well. Now, the Royal Railway at Legend Station is absolutely stunning. These are actual rail cars that are inside of the ship. So it's a dinner theater show on a train on a ship. And it's located in the promenade. This one in particular is the adventure of Marco Polo. It's called Silk Routes, and it's a five-course expedition that takes you through China, India, Persia, Turkey, and Italy. And when you're going throughout these different destinations, the food changes. It's unique to the destination that you're in. And how you know you're in that destination, because if you look at the couple sitting here looking out the window beside you, it's a virtual experience. So while you're dining, the car actually moves. This rail car, it doesn't go forward and backward, but it shakes and it make you really feel like you're on a train. The one on Utopia is absolutely adorable. It's more of a whimsical, theatrical play on the Wild Wild West. So the train gets robbed while you're on it. But this one, guys, this is more of an elegant experience, and it can only be found on Legend of the Seas, Royal Railway. Now, the supper clubs are unique to the Icon class. The one on Legend is going to be called Hollywood Land Supper Club. This is a multi-course dinner experience where music and cocktails and food transport you back into the 1910s through the 1950s of Hollywood. So there's a jazz band that plays music, and every time a song changes, and the music is from a show, it's from a movie of that era. As the music changes, the course changes. So the meal changes and your drink changes. So it's all paired together with the music. So the drink is paired with the food and the food is paired with the music. This is about a 2.5 hour long experience. There's only one seating per evening. So you want to make sure you get in there. Price
Yes,
point
plan
starts
ahead
around
for these
two.
two
Yes.
experiences. These are very hard. I've had a lot of people tell me that they've tried to get in at the last minute and they have not been able to. So seating is very limited on both of these, and you really want to get these booked. This is another good reason, honestly, if you want to get the full experience to kind of book as early as you can so that you can have first access to getting in because people started booking these a year ago.
Yeah, and if you have a special moment, a celebration, guys, this is the place to go.
It is.
I'll back up to the Royal Railroad. That each car holds 24 guests, so there's 48 and there's two seatings. So 96 guests per day on that experience. I believe the seatings are 6:30 and 8:30, and it's a
Mhm.
70-minute experience. This is about a 2.5 hour long experience. It's an 8-course meal. So it's a very elevated. It does require men to wear jackets. If you do not have one, that's okay. We have plenty for you. We will loan you the jacket. It is not a memento, but it is a loaner. So just get ready.
At coat check.
Uh,
Get it at coat check.
yes,
Somebody
there
did
you
ask
go.
if you can book the experience on Legend yet. I'm actually not sure if you can book it on Legend. I know when it came out for Star, I'm sorry, not Star, for Utopia, it took them a while to get it loaded in. But the supper clubs you can book, I believe, ahead of time. I'm not sure about the railway.
Yeah, I do think I
My
think
guests
they're.
sailing weren't able to yet, but they had just gotten on the first
So it
sailing.
gets here in November. I feel like it is open. I haven't had anybody. The only sailings I know that are closed are the two 3-night sailings that we have, where it's currently closed and you can only book it once on board. So, but guys,
Julie took care of you. If you want more information, Julie just threw that in the
okay.
chat for you all.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Um,
Julie.
I'm sorry.
I said thanks, Julie.
Oh, thank you, Julie. So, guys, the Aquadome Marketplace. Here's a tip. There's 7,200 people on board. Where's the first place people go when they get on board? They go to eat. So they're probably going to be at the Windjammer. Guys, the Aquadome Marketplace is a hidden gem. There are six different dining options. They're all complimentary. And you can see here what the different options are. We've added a sixth option that's simply pressed. That's where I will go in the morning to get my protein shake. I'm not a big breakfast eater, but I sure love my shakes. But you can see all the different variations of different delicacies that you can have. And you can have as much as you want. What I love about it is no one's really ever there. There's
Yeah.
oftentimes I ask people what they thought about it, and they're like, I never even found it. I'm like, what are you talking about? I love that you can grab your meal and go sit out in the dome, and there's typically no one there. It's peaceful. We might be doing a rehearsal. You get to see the show. It's just a great spot. So make sure you're checking out the Aquadome Marketplace
You
once on.
might find a line for the crepes.
Yeah, there will be a line. I had my first crepe ever on Icon. Seriously, I swear to
That was
God.
literally the only line I found on there the whole time. Is there was always like
It,
three or four people waiting on the crepes, but they're
yeah,
totally
and
worth the wait.
they are delicious. Seriously, unbelievable. We've done a really good job. All right, so I'm a big show guy. I love my all my Broadway shows, my talent. What I love about this ship is that the folks from America's Got Talent, yes, the people that you have been watching for over a decade on live TV will be on Legend of the Seas. What I love about this too, guys, is that we will have an endless supply of talent that will rotate. So, most of these ships, we have the same shows on every ship. Imagine America's Got Talent. Imagine maybe every 6 months, every couple months, we're changing out the talent, new acts, new routines, things you may have seen in years past, or something you may have never seen in your life. And it is all live on stage on Legend of the Seas. I love that. We also have our Aqua Theater show. Shockwave Fusion is on Absolute Zero, the ice skating rink. And then in the Royal Promenade, we have a huge um, production. And it's where every entertainer on board is part of the Royal Promenade parade. It's called Voyage to Adventure. It is highly recommended. Everyone on board typically is watching. I'm on the second floor of the promenade typically, so I can enjoy the dueling pianos as well as the show going on. But it is spectacular, guys. I just love that every entertainer is involved in it, and there's hundreds of them. It's amazing. And then finally, our Broadway production, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So imagine what we've done with Wizard of Oz on Icon, Back to the Future on Star, and then I cannot wait to see what we do with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory on Legend. And as you guys know, we're the best rated entertainment in the marketplace, and we always have someone flying over the audience. So I wonder
It's
what that's
true.
going to be. Yeah, I imagine, in the champagne room, or is it in the end, or I don't know, something's going to be going on. All right. On these ships too, we got Star and Legend, and we're slowly introducing this across all of our ships, is our peace of mind. And this is a Find My Kid wristband that you do purchase. It's $14.99. And I know what you guys are thinking. I've already had many people ask, can my husband wear these? Can my wife wear these? Certainly they can, but it's really made for the kiddos. It is also their C-Pass card, which is great too. But this way you can track where they're at. If you need to go meet them or you're trying to get them their suntan lotion, it just gives you peace of mind to know where they're at. It's called Find My Kid. It can be purchased anywhere on the ship. We have kiosks located once you board in the promenade and then also at Adventure Ocean Kids Club. And then to look ahead, guys, I'll kind of fly through this. There's a lot going on. We've got Hero of the Seas, I just mentioned, coming out. We have our Royal Beach Club Cozumel opening next year, Royal Beach Club La Lipa opening next year. I am going to get more into that in here in a second. We have another Oasis class ship coming out, another Icon class ship coming out in 28. And then are you sitting down again, guys? We have a new class of ship called Discovery class that will arrive in 2029, as well as another Icon. We'll get more into Discovery later. I will tell you this right now. It is not going to fit under my Skyway Bridge in Tampa. It's going to be a little too tall, but it's going to be narrow
Getting
enough.
closer.
I know, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's going to hold about 4,300 guests. It's going to be narrow enough to go through the Panama Canal. So we're building this ship for Alaska, Europe, and Asia. Those are the main areas that we think this ship is going to do great. And I hope they build a bunch of them because I'd like to see some over here as well. Then in 2030, we have another icon class, and then in 2032, another discovery class. So a
Goodness.
lot coming up, guys. There's a lot going on. I do wish we'd have some more discovery class
You
popping up.
cruises are going to be busy. You have so many new
Yeah.
ships to see.
Well, it is 113 degrees in Tampa right now, so
That's
I would
true.
imagine being on a ship would feel a little bit better. All right, guys, we're not just building new ships, we're also amplifying or remodeling the hardware we already have. I just got off Ovation of the Seas when it was in Alaska, and it is gorgeous. Completely remodeled. We've added some new onboard features on the decks. The pool decks have been refreshed, new dining options, added a pesky parrot. If anybody has been there, it's a fan favorite now. It's like your local little beach pub. It's really cute. And then, of course, some accommodations. We've upgraded some of those as well. So, Ovation of the Seas has been amplified. We've amplified Liberty of the Seas with an updated pool deck, the casitas, a lime and coconut bar, some new dining options, and of course, some nightlife. And Harmony of the Seas, which is Port Canaveral. Can't wait. And again, the refreshed
Lots of
solarium,
updates.
coconut dining. You know what's crazy about the Harmony out of Port Canaveral? There's a couple 2 night sailings. I think I told you this the other day, and it's like just getting on and getting off. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
I would
I
have
know,
to
but
stay on.
especially if it's like a group, people love to just have those 2 night getaways where you can just go
Yeah,
with a bunch of friends and enjoy two like action-packed nights and it's not overwhelming. It's easy to do. So actually, if any of you are interested, there are 2 night sailings
yeah.
sailing on Harmony and they don't really go anywhere, but they're just a ton of fun.
It's pretty incredible. Yeah, you get to enjoy the ship. And because Hero of the Seas is coming into Miami, Icon must go somewhere. So, guys, it's going into Texas. And I love that. The biggest state in the US uh, is now getting the biggest ship in the world, Icon of the Seas. And that will be arriving in August of 27. And I know my folks in Galveston are looking forward to that one.
That's going to shake it up over there for sure.
Plenty of ships, guys. I'm just going to fly through this. 31 in total, sailing all over the world. I'm happy to see more. We only had 5 this year in Europe. We're going to have 7 next year. Obviously, 4 in Alaska, more in Asia, more in Australia, Texas with our 3. So you can see here, guys, we're spreading them out. There's 31 of them. More, obviously, in the Caribbean. It is part of our name, and that's the bulk of the business. So get ready. We've got huge itineraries coming out. 28 itineraries should be coming out soon, too. So I know Tony and Julie will be on top of that for you guys. All right.
Absolutely.
So we've talked about the amazing ships. We're also in the destination business. Guys, our amazing ships will now be taking you to our ultimate destination. So, of course, Perfect Day changed the world when it came out. And Perfect Day is one of our ports of call. So, I want to kind of describe these to you. So, Labadee and Perfect Day at Coco Cay are destinations, they're ports of call. So, when we take you there, they are complimentary. Now, there are some fun features and things to do on there if you want to go to the water park, the adults only hideaway, or Cocoa Beach Club. You do pay for those. But the experience is on Perfect Day. If you just want to go to the beach, the Oasis Lagoon, you just want to go to the bars, and the drink package works on the island, Wi-Fi works on the island. All of those are complimentary. The beach clubs are just like any beach club that you might go to. They require
Julie and I
day.
just went to Paradise Island too, so we're able to
Okay,
really
good.
dig into it.
I'm anxious to hear what you guys say about that when we get to it. So, Royal Beach Club Paradise Island, that's in Nassau, that opened December of last year. Royal Beach Club Cozumel opens next year. Royal Beach Club Santorini opened this April. I'll show you what that looks like. And then Royal Beach Club La Lipa will open next year. Now, I'm going to throw you guys off here. Royal Beach Club La Lipa will also be a port of call. It's going to be a destination. It is complimentary to go there. So everything on the island is pretty much complimentary. There are no water parks. It is an island experience. For some reason, we're lumping it into our beach clubs. I wish it was an exclusive destination, but it is a beach club. It is complimentary, and I'll show you what it looks like here in a second. So the Royal Beach Club Paradise Island, if anyone has been to Nassau, and I feel like everybody has, That long strip of land that was there, covered with mansions that were dilapidated from a hurricane and foliage. Well, we bought that. It's 17 acres and we've turned it into the Royal Beach Club. It is absolutely amazing. It does require a day pass. They vary in price. You can bundle them and they're even less expensive. But here's some key facts about this. When you get off the ship, you won't even leave the port. You'll walk up one of the piers and you'll enter one of these water taxis. You can see two there, a green one and an aqua one. There's also a pink one, and another green one and a dark
Orange.
blue one. An orange one, thank you. And they will take you there. These water taxis will drop you off. It's about a 5-minute ride. Now, here's the key because this is a beach club. You will need an ID. You'll need a form of credit card or debit card payment, and you'll need your CPass card. And here's why. You'll need your CPass card because when we take you back, you go around the ship and we drop you off back in the port. So you have to walk through the port and go through security, show your CPass card to get back on the ship. The reason you might need a credit card or form of payment is because your CPass card does not work on the island if you need to purchase something, unless you purchased a pass that includes all the drinks that you can possibly have. If you want to buy souvenirs, you'll need a form of credit for that too, or a form of payment, I'm sorry, that you'll need for that too. So just a tip, you'll want to bring a credit card, your CPass card, and an ID, just in case. I think the last call there is, I want to say the ship leaves at 4, can leave at 4:30. So we'll get you off the island no later than 3:30 to get you back in time. But
Yep,
please make sure you're paying attention. You don't want to miss that water taxi.
it's true.
Um, here's what it all includes, guys. All the amenities, the transportation, the beautiful towels you get. I wish we could keep those. They're gorgeous. Lockers, Wi-Fi, beach games, umbrellas, chairs, the entertainment, the two beaches, the chill beach, the paradise beach. Paradise Beach is more of a older demographic, I would say, whereas Chill Beach is more for families. There's 3 different pools, and when we say party pool, it is a party pool, guys. It is the world's largest swim up bar. Yes, the world's largest. There's 3 grills, there's 7 beach bars, and 3 swim up bars. The grills are walk up service, so you'll walk up to them and grab your food. It is not sit down where you're waited on, but you will come up and grab your food. So there's 2 passes, one that includes all you can drink, and the other pass is a non-alcoholic package as well. When I went, I was working, I swear I was working, and I did a last minute purchase, and my pass was $99. I know that if somebody has the drink package and they bundle this pass with that or a water park or something else, I've seen prices as low as $60 that includes drinks to go to our beach club. An example of Atlantis is $195 for their beach pass, does not include drinks or food. So imagine taking a family of 4 there. So I just want to give you guys perspective here. It can include everything depending on the pass that you purchase. So Tawny, Julie, what was your experience here?
We had a great experience. So definitely want to go back. Go back one slide really quick. I'm going to walk you guys through the whole experience from when you get off the ship to when you get to the island and kind of some pro tips for you. So as you can see, the Wonder is docked there. When you get off that ship, normally there's going to be 6 to 8 ships there. So this is a great photo of not having any ships, but you're
Yeah.
normally docked between other ships. As soon as you get off, you're going to look for those colorful ferries and they're going to have the Royal Caribbean logo on them. The signage is not great yet. They're still working on the signage at the pier. So you really have to look for those bright, colorful fairies, and then you walk directly over there. You get on them, and it takes about 3 seconds. If you forget your shore excursion notification, that's fine. They're just going to scan your CPass card, and that's how they know that you have it. We did the package that had the drinks included because, to be honest with you, when you're looking at the price comparison, sometimes it's only like $20 more to have an
Yeah.
all-inclusive drink experience. So you really want to look at both options and get what's best for you as far as value goes, because that's even if you want, the mocktails, the pina coladas, the things like that. So you can get whichever one works best for you. But the experience on the island, once you get on the ferries, there's 2 drop-off points. So if you want to go to the more relaxed part of the island, like you said, to the paradise part, That's going to be the first drop off. If
which
you
is
want to
right here.
go right, so right where you see them docked. If you want to go to the far side of the island, further down that strip right there, that's going to be where you'll find Chill. It's another beach. It's great big pools, and they each have their own grill. Stay on the ferry and get off on the second dock. The second dock is going to be a much shorter walk for you. So that's a pro tip for anybody who wants to go to that side. The
The other
food was
thing,
grab and
guys,
go.
oh, sorry,
Go ahead.
go ahead. I was gonna say this is exclusive only to Royal Caribbean and celebrity guests. So
Yes.
that's the other benefit of this beach club.
We were there for two ships docked. There was so many spaces that you could have. That you could find high energy, you could find lower energy if you wanted to just relax. There was great shade options available. There's tons of umbrellas set up out there. So everybody was happy. Everybody had something for themselves. It was very hot because we were there last week and August is quite
Oh,
toasty, but it was breezy and the water felt perfect. The water is very sandy, it's very soft. There are some seashells in it, but nothing that would hurt your feet or anything, but kind of enough that people were having fun looking for them. So people were seashell hunting. Food is very easy. It's grab and go, like you said. It takes about 30 seconds to get yourself some chicken tenders, which is the first thing I did when I walked when I walked through
those are
there.
good.
They
I
were
like
so
those
good.
sandwiches. They are
Uh,
good.
yes, but it has all kinds of things. You can get chicken Caesar wraps to lobster BLT wraps to fish and chips to burgers, salads, all different kinds of salads, conch fritters, mac and cheese. I mean, the menu was pretty
There's
huge.
pinwheel shrimp. There's Bahamian inspired dishes there too, guys. So
Yes.
there's
So nice
plenty.
variety.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it was well worth the money. I love a beach club experience. I think, I've been to Atlantis, I've been here. I would go here again over it, just like again, like you said, because you have to get to Paradise Island. It's not all inclusive. Now, you guys don't have any like shark water slides or anything like that. So if you want
No,
that,
that's
you
not
still got
here.
to go to Atlantis. But absolutely an incredible day. Well done. Something to do in Nassau that's not kind of your typical thing for those of us who have cruised every year and been here often. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely do. But there is one thing that you said that I want to talk about, which is when you go back to the ship, you're going to go and get docked all the way over by where Senior Frogs is. So you're going to walk through the whole port. It is probably like half a mile. So you do want to keep that in mind. If you're mobility challenged when you're coming back, you're going to have to walk through that section and be able to make that walk. So plan ahead or keep that in mind if you have that, because I wasn't sure about that until we got there and did it. But want to make sure if you have mobility challenges that you're not surprised by that.
Yeah, and with the heat, it's even more challenging because I know I was dying when I was walking
Yeah,
back.
it's hot.
Um, this is the part where I said I was going to mention something. So, guys, on our short sailings, like on Utopia, Wonder, Oasis, you'll get to go to Perfect Day and Nassau for the Royal Beach Club. So you'll get two experiences with our ultimate destination. So when you're going on these sailings with us, especially the short Caribbean sailings, you're going to get some amazing experiences during your travels. Talked about what it includes. We also have the Royal Beach Club in Santorini, which opened in April. The biggest takeaway here, first of all, this is a tour. This is an all-day tour. It's not just the beach club. So let me kind of go through that. You get the black sand beaches, the Mediterranean Sea. There's a great DJ playing. Remember how we talked about Bahamian inspired cuisine in the Bahamas? This has Greek inspired. Well, that's because it's in Greece, guys. Unlimited Greek frozen yogurt. I know you'd find Tawny and me there.
Hmm.
Heroes, Greek salads, food trucks, complimentary welcome drinks. It
Aperol
doesn't.
spritzes all day.
There you go. It does include beer and wine. There is an upcharge for liquor drinks, though. I'm not sure why that is, but that is the rule there. Again, this is a tour, so we will either take you to Ia first, then Fira, and then the beach club, or option two, or even option three. And we do this, guys, because the beach club capacity is not that large. So we have to kind of segment it between the two ships we may have in port. But you can see here, you're going to be at the beach club for 3.5 hours. And then the other destinations between 90 minutes and 75 minutes, which is plenty of time. I mean, you're
Hmm.
really going to Fear and Ia to look at the amazing, beautiful dome-shaped houses and the scenery and take those gorgeous pictures. Maybe even grab a bite to eat. But certainly the beach club is on this. The other great fact about this, being on this tour is that if you've ever been to Santorini, you might have to wait for the gondolas that go up the side there, and that could be a 2 hour wait. Or you're on a donkey, or you're walking behind a donkey. God forbid. But with this, you're actually on a tour bus. And the tour bus is in the section where the tour guides, so you don't have to walk up to, the side of the hill, side of Santorini to get up there. The tour bus takes you. So I think that is worth gold just alone to get on that. Then we have the
That's
Royal
true.
Beach Club Cozumel. This is going to be great, especially for the folks out of Galveston, out of Tampa, when we're building more destinations over in the Western Caribbean. Now, this is not the world's largest swim up bar, but there is a swim up bar. There's also the DJ right there, plenty of beach space. You're going to have different excursions and snorkeling and beach activities to do here, cabanas, specialty dining, all different kinds of options that will be available. The Royal Beach Club will be opening next year. I mentioned the Royal Beach Club La Lipa. This is a great picture of it. It is more like Labadee. So you're not going to find slides and rides and colorful things. We work with two tribes to make sure that our venues were almost indigenous to this region. There's hiking trails, there's going to be snorkeling, different excursions. You will tender to get here. Plenty of beach. This is definitely a beach island experience. It is included in your cruise fare. Remember, I told you this will be a port of call, so everyone will be able to go. This is not a day pass requirement to go to this. This is everything it includes. I love the fact that we'll have an adults only section should you want to choose that. It also is going to have some island cravings, so it's going to have some unique South Pacific flavors that we will be adding. The nature trail, all the beach amenities, all the amenities that are included between the transportation, strollers, wheelchairs, restrooms, beach towels, loungers, and umbrellas. You will pay for day beds or gondolas, any water sports activities, and then there's a marketplace there as well. So if you want to buy souvenirs or you needed suntan lotion, don't forget suntan lotion, guys. I made that mistake at Perfect Day. I think $50 for that bottle. Anyway,
They got
yeah,
you.
there's a big tip for you guys. All right, we're at the end here, guys. I want to talk about our promotions going through September 3rd. Currently 60% off the second guest. Kids sail free on select sailings. The third and fourth guest sail free on select sailings. I'm saying it that way because
I think
our
we should talk about that a little bit more, though.
yes, okay.
Yes, this is an exciting promotion because if
Well,
you're
hold on. Is it this
familiar,
one or the next one is what is
it's the
exciting?
next one. Yes,
Yes, okay. So the reason I said on select sailings, guys, is because we also have another promotion that through September 14th, at a limited time, the summer of 27, there's no blackout dates. It's
exactly.
kids, teens, third and fourth. Everybody sails, well, not the third and fourth
All the
basically
third and
sail
fourth
free.
sail free.
Thank you for catching me on that one. The third and fourth sail free. And it includes the Caribbean, Alaska, and Europe sailings, guys. This actually, it starts on sailings after August 26th. So right around the corner here. The blackout dates do include Thanksgiving, Christmas, obviously.
Spring
But
break.
yeah, spring break, but summer is wide open. And guys, that's when everybody's sailing. So we're really excited. In our 56-year history, we've never had this offer before.
It's
So
true. It's worth
please,
like this has always been a blackout date, so this is a big
yeah,
one to open up. And Christmas, New Year's, spring break, you have such limited inventory and short windows of time. But to be able to do this all of summer, that means that families are going to be able to find fantastic deals and bargains to be able to do those summer vacations. You can plan those ahead. So absolutely, if you haven't looked or if you're familiar with third and fourth sale free, this is very different because it's not age restrictive and it is not blacking out the whole summer. The summer is open for those three itineraries, which is predominantly where we see the biggest markets in that summer is Caribbean, Alaska, and Europe. So if those are on your bucket list, you should book this because, like Kirk said, we have not seen this promotion in 15
yeah,
years.
never. And we have a special offer for you
Yes,
guys on
we
the webinar
do.
today. Thank you.
We can never leave them without an offer.
No, gonna have an offer. I mean, besides your immaculate special pricing that you have, But guys, the webinar special today is a $50 onboard credit per stateroom. The booking window is now through September 1st on all sailings and all categories. New bookings only. And is that Tawny? Is that you there? A little, oh no. I thought that picture of you on the crown's edge there.
Nope,
Little too
not me
young,
this
little
time.
too
I did
young.
do it and it was very
Did you
fun.
really?
I did, yes. So I would
Yeah.
recommend it. I mean, I like a good thrill, so it was a good time to do that. But yes, I wish it was me.
I
Then I
wish it
would
was a
get on all the
little
advertising.
longer. I wish it went like
Yeah,
further down the ship, but hey, it's still thrilling.
it's
All
something
right.
different to try for those who just the adrenaline junkies.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. All
Absolutely.
right. So with that, guys, we thank you on this Tuesday afternoon. Julie, any questions we need to
And if
answer,
anybody wants to
resolve,
talk or
or
interact with us, raise your hand. We'll unmute you. We can take those
yeah,
questions
or
live too.
if any of you have had an experience that you'd like to share, please do so. Positive only.
Or pro tips. We take pro
Yeah,
tips
the pro
here.
tips.
Julie, do we have anything we haven't gotten through yet? She might have to mute because she's got construction going on in her house.
Building a third story on our house.
All right, I think we are good to go. Oh, single
Okay.
cruiser cabins, and do we have a digital flyer? Okay, those are both good questions. So single cruiser questions.
Okay. You, a
Um,
solo?
yes,
Okay, yes. So we do have
we're gonna
single
go
supplement. Yes, we do have single supplement pretty much on all
go
of our.
back one slide really quick.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. We're gonna leave it on that slide for
Okay.
everyone. Right here. Perfect. Okay. So now you all have our phone number. You can reply to the webinar. Oh,
Oh
no, it went
shoot, I
back
don't know
again.
what happened there. Sorry.
Okay,
Okay,
you
there you
have
go.
our phone number so you can call us. You can reply back to your webinar invitation and that'll come as well. So we'll get you linked up. This is going to go through September 1st, and that's going to be for all sailings, all categories, a $50 onboard credit from us. And that's going to be on top of the third and fourth sail free and the 60% off and all those other offers, or even on top of our great rates that we put out. Solo cruisers. Let's talk solo cruisers for a minute. So, yes, solo cruisers are more than welcome on Royal Caribbean. It depends on what you're trying to book and what the ship is. Like, not every ship.
The
If you want
larger
to,
ships are going to have more capacity for solo passengers. Revenue approves more solo rates. Um, I've seen as low as a single rate for one passenger. It could be anywhere from 200% where you're basically paying for two people, or 150 where you're paying for one and a half, or as low as a single. Um, I can actually provide that information to Julie and Tawny outside of this webinar, what ships and sail dates. So if you do have anyone specifically looking, we can know what ships and dates are already offering those.
absolutely.
That
Mm,
helps. So if you guys, whoever asked that question, if you want to call Julie and Tawny, I'll make sure they have our list.
absolutely. So they're not kind of custom built in there, Lori, where it's everyone has it all the time. But certainly if you're flexible on dates, you can find a great deal. And sometimes we can even, like Kirk said, we get some special rates on all, especially on the larger ships. So we can help you get on board. Uh, digital flyers. Somebody asked about a digital flyer. I'm not sure what you mean by digital flyers, but if you're looking for brochures, then certainly we can get you some digital brochures. Everything has pretty much moved to the
Yeah.
digital world. So we can send those over. They won't reflect our promotion. So just in case anybody knows that this promotion is exclusive to Create Your Cruise, and we are going to be just offering it for anyone who books Royal Caribbean with us from this webinar between now and September 1st. So as long as you are registered and you book, we track it for you. We'll get that added on there for you, get you that extra $50 so you have some more experiences to try out.
And Tawny, I put the link for the digital brochures in the webinar chat. So
Great.
everybody can see that and click on there. You'll take you right to many, many, many digital brochures.
There's all kinds of options. If you're looking for something specific and you cannot find it, you can also reach out to us. Phone call or email is fine, and we'll get those sent out to you, get you in the right place. We can't wait for you to book your cruise with us too, Gail. Thank you. Such a great audience. All right, do we have any more questions? I think we flew through those. Hopefully we didn't miss any. Okay. All right. I think we've got them all covered. Then thank you all for joining us, spending your evening with us here on a Tuesday. We love that. We are going to be promoting this and sending out to everyone who's registered. So if you missed part of it or if you want to share it with your friends and families, put together a group that you want to go travel with, we'll get this out to you tomorrow along with the written documentation of this special. So we will look forward to booking you all tomorrow. Kirk,
Thank you,
thanks
guys.
for
I
joining
really
us as
appreciate everybody.
always. Julie,
Oh,
thanks for
absolutely.
manning the
Thank
chat.
you.
Everyone have a good night.
Bye, guys. Thank you.